Hi guys. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit about social media exposure. So what I wanted to convey was the more social media avenues you go on, the more exposure you're going to get. And when you're working this business, there's some things that work for people and some that don't. I love being on Facebook and I love posting about it works on Facebook and I love messaging through Facebook and I love all that. Blitzing is pretty hard for me in person. So I tend to shy away and do a lot more Facebook, but I do need to step out of my comfort zone and blitz too. But that's not the focus right now. Focus is social media. So my two main social media areas that I stay in are Facebook and Instagram. Instagram I'm still learning, but I totally love Instagram. I'm a little addicted. So the main thing is with Facebook, let's go back to Facebook. If you're consistent and people see that you're constantly posting and you're posting, your page isn't just going to be an It Works catalog, but it's going to be, you're a real life person. You post about everyday things and you also post about It Works. So when you intertwine them, it makes it, you're a real person. You're not a robot selling product. That's huge. So I think that is one thing we need to remember, because I know I load my buffer and I have it, oh, it works, it works, it works. And then I realize I haven't posted anything that day about myself. So if somebody went to go to my page, like a new friend, if I just added somebody to try and build my audience, they're going to see it works, it works, it works, instead of personal things about my kiddo, things about my work, anything like that. They're just going to see catalog. And that's not what we want. We want to have them realize, I know for me, I don't want to look at somebody's page and be like, oh, that's all they're doing. They're only selling this. I want it to be human. I want to be able to relate to them. I want to be able to laugh at something they post that's funny. I don't want it to be a catalog. I can go on Amazon. So, and shop on there. I don't need to go to somebody's page and do that. But if it's intertwined, I'll be like, oh, it'll give me more interest, and then one day maybe they'll have a post that's going to appeal to me, and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll ask them about it, and boom, it's a warm market. So that is what we're trying to do, is have a warm market. So when you add new friends and you not only just like their posts, but if you start commenting on their posts, and if you try not to just like every single post, and I'm guilty of this. I a lot of times don't have time, just scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and I'm like, oh, like, love, happy, funny, sad, all that stuff. If you comment, even with whatever you're thinking, even if it's just a quick comment, you're gonna shoot up on their feed. So your posts are gonna be a lot more visible on their feeds the more you interact with them. So not to say go and stalk their page on any of your new friends and like comment on 20 posts of theirs, but in the same, if you start doing that, they're gonna most likely gonna check your stuff out too. And so it'll build your warm market. It'll build a chance for you to message them in a week or a few days, depending on how the relationship goes. And that's one new person that you told about It Works, and see what they do. And if they say no, totally cool. But watch, they're gonna watch your posts. I have a one of my best friends from middle school since we were 11. She was the first person I messaged about It Works when I signed back in February. She said, no, I'm not interested, Jess, but thanks. She didn't delete me. She didn't block me. She doesn't usually like any of my It Works posts. Well, 2 days ago, she went nuts on one of my posts and messaged me and wants to be an LC. She hasn't signed yet, but every night since then, she's asked me a bazillion questions, and I know what she wants to order. I'm just waiting for the go. Her payday's coming. So, but I mean, I've been with It Works again since February, and she's been watching, and she says, you know, you're consistent, and you have some posts that appeal to me and some that don't, but I'm gonna try it. And if she tries it, I know her. She's gonna start talking, and she works in a call center as well down in Medford, and it's gonna it could be good. So it's, you never know who's watching and who isn't. But don't give up on somebody just because they say no. So keep them on your social media. If you get to the point where you have to start deleting friends because you can't fit any new ones in, then we'll try something else. But in the meantime, right now, I don't think any of us have that issue yet. But in the meantime, I feel like get yourself on Instagram, get yourself on Pinterest, on Twitter. I'm going to try, my goal is to try and master Twitter here soon. I'm a little scared. I don't know how I can make it work, but I'm going to try. But Instagram and Facebook, for sure, I got this. I got this on going for me. So I just don't, I think people forget how exposure on social media is going to be huge, and to not be just a catalog. I know they tell you that in the beginning when you sign with It Works. At least they told me, don't be a catalog. Well, I get so excited because I take so many of the products and I use so many of the products that I'm like, oh, look at, this is what I do. Here, boom, post. But sometimes you just need to post some personal stuff too. You're human. People need to know that. You're not just a robot on Facebook. So be consistent. Be consistent and just maybe try play around with another social media that you have. I mean, I go back and forth again, like from Facebook to Instagram, but I'm gonna try to utilize Pinterest to my advantage as well as Twitter. So I'm gonna try it all, see what happens, and that's just a little advice from me to you. And stay tuned for more tips and tricks for October. Yay, I'm so excited. Have a good one.